This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I love being here helping you with playing the guitar. In this video, I'm going to go over a strumming pattern that works really great for 9/8 time, and I'm going to explain 9/8 time. After I've gone through it and we've worked a little bit on the strumming for 9/8 time, we'll jam together on a couple songs, and by jam together, I mean you, me, and the band. So we'll jam together on those songs using this strumming pattern. It's going to be great. This video accompanies lesson 14 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method book. We're going to be starting out on page 87 in the book. We'll be on pages 87 and 94. We could also use page 21. So those are the three pages that we'll be on in the book, starting on page 87. On page 87, the strumming pattern letter H is for 12/8 time. The one that we are going to be doing here is an adaptation from that one that works for 9/8 time. So let's first take a look at 9/8 time. 9/8 time is a compound meter. So in the last few videos that go with lesson 14, we've looked at 6/8 time and 12/8 time, which are also compound meters. Compound meters have the dotted quarter note as the beat, which is subdivided by 3/8 notes. Simple meters have the quarter note as the beat, which are subdivided by 2/8 notes. It's a little different there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, as I explained with 12/8 time. So with 9/8 time we have 3 beats per measure. So it's comparable to 3/4 time. 6/8 has 2 beats per measure. It's comparable to 2/4 time. 9/8 has 3 beats per measure, which is comparable to 3/4 time. 12/8 has 4 beats per measure, so it's comparable to 4/4 time. So in 3/4 time, we'd have 3 quarter notes per measure. That's sort of our beat marking, and those quarter notes are subdivided by 2/8 notes. Of course, 8th notes are subdivided by 2 16th notes, and 8th note is. So 4 16th notes to the 1 quarter note. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Then for the 9/8, we have 3 dotted quarter notes as our beat, which are subdivided by 3/8 notes each. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. So as we get started here, just do that a little bit with me. Let's start with 3/4 time. We'll do 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. You can do that more if you need to, but now let's go ahead and tripletize the beat, creating that 9/8 time fill with 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. As I mentioned with 12/8 time, like we did in the last video, I am emphasizing or accenting just a little bit each one of the first 8th notes in those groups of 3. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. I could overemphasize it. To do that, I just squeeze the pick a little bit harder when I'm strumming those ones. That helps us get that feel, that metric feel under our strumming, in our strumming, I should say. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. We're going to be playing Amazing Grace in the key of G using G, C, and D7. So let's just go ahead and use this little exercise here with those chords. We'll just do that. G, C, D7, and G. So you got 1, 2, 3, ready and go and Now we can alternatively, instead of doing all down strokes, we could go down, up, down. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. Let's try inserting that into the chord progression there, a little exercise. 1 and a 2 and a go and a. Great place to start, and you could actually use that to play in 9/8 time. Let's take a look at the strumming pattern that I have up here on the board. A great way to get a strumming pattern for 9/8 time is to simply drop one of the beats from 12/8 time. So we have letter H there on page 87. I just dropped beat 3 to create this strumming pattern. Could have dropped beat 4 alternatively, but that's a way to get a strumming pattern. But up here on the board, we have down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. You can work on that just with the muted strings as much as you need to, but I'm going to go ahead and plug that into our little chord progression. So G, C, D, 7, and G. Here we go. 1 and a 2 and a go and a. Now, with something in 9/8 time, you may run into a song written in 9/8 time. And of course, we have songs written with the groove 9/8 time that we may pull off of some recording. We really like the way somebody did something, and it's for 9/8 time. We can also take this and superimpose it over songs in 3/4 time that we want to get the 9/8 feel, sort of that nice 9/8 groove happening with. And that's what we're going to do with the songs that we're going to jam together on. So we're going to jam together on 2 different songs. We're going to first do number 14 from page 94. So that starts on the C chord. They're on page 94. So we'll jam together on a song that uses that chord progression. Then we're going to do Amazing Grace, which is there on page 87. This time, though, with Amazing Grace, the version written there on page 87 is written in 4/4 time. It was written to do 12/8 with, like we did last time. But Amazing Grace is actually written in 3/4 time. So we're going to insert this strumming pattern once per measure. Of course, a beat has to be dropped from the 4/4 version. If following along with that is too confusing for you, you can also flip back to page 21, where Amazing Grace is written as number 8. It's their song number 8 on page 21, and it's written in 3/4 time. So you can follow along right there if you'd like to. But we'll go ahead and insert this strumming pattern once per measure for the song on page 94, number 14 on page 94, and then for Amazing Grace on page 87, or if you're reading it on page 21. Either way, the strumming pattern goes in once per measure. Each one of these will happen at 2 different tempos like usual, a slower tempo and a faster tempo, so you can work it at those 2 different options right along with me and the band. It's going to be super fun. As I've mentioned, if you need to, if you want to, you can mute those strings and just work on the strumming hand, or just work on the fingering hand, put the 2 together. If you want to work on the singing part for Amazing Grace, you could work on that by itself, then start adding in the strumming or the chord fingerings and then put it all together. So that's a great way to take advantage of these jam-along tracks. All right, this is going to be fun. Let's go ahead and play these together. Okay, I hope you're having fun with this. I hope it's really helpful for you as we continue through the lesson series, working here with lesson 14 from the Chords and Harmony book. We're going to start taking a look at odd meters. So we're going to look at 5/8 time first. That's what we'll be doing in the next video. It's going to be great. Take care, and I'll see you again.
Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.